Welcome, everyone. My name is Dr. Jen O'Sullivan. I'm going to share with you a very brief presentation on something that has been changing thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people's lives and has been just an incredible way to help your health. We want to support optimal health, and this, in my own practice, has been the most important modality to date that we've ever found. So let's just dive right in and get started. All right, so here we are with the patch. We're going to discover in the next 10 minutes health freedom. And I usually ask, have you been patched? So you probably haven't if you're new. So ask the person who shared this with you if they have a patch or if they can, if you don't need to be patched, but you want to get patched as soon as possible. Okay. So we'll get into how that works. All right. So do you remember when you were a kid and you would run around all day long and you would play with your friends and you would just go hard all day and then you'd go to sleep and you'd wake up the next day and like do it all again and it was like nothing? And I feel like it's funny because aging isn't any fun. And if I did that today, it would be bad. The next day would be bad. The next probably couple weeks would be bad. So when we think about aging, this is a photo of the same woman 50 years apart, and the aging process is pretty sad, at least for us ladies. I feel like men tend to age better, but us ladies, our bright big eyes become smaller and sunken in. It's like we're lizards or something. Our lips that were full and vibrant become small and thin. Our noses get bigger. Our earlobes get bigger. It's like, what's happening? I would like to share with you something that can help with this, but also all sorts of other things. So as we age, we do know that our stem cells, they actually mutate and go dormant. This is what causes wrinkles, gray hair, body aches, and organ challenges. But stem cells are necessary for our own healing and longevity. So when you have an abundance of healthy stem cells, we actually age much better. The problem is that healthy stem cells decline rapidly as we age. So at the age of 20, we have a billion healthy stem cells. By the age of 30, they decline by 60%. I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in January. They decline by 75%. By 60, they decline by 90%. By 80, you have two stem cells left. I'm joking, but I mean, it's a pretty big, drastic decline. So what is the solution? Well, X39, you can see the patch there. That's a sleeve of patches. You get 30 patches per sleeve. You wear one per day. This is basically phototherapy or infrared therapy that you can travel with. Okay, you don't have to plug it in. There is zero product on the market. There are other patches that just block symptoms. They don't heal you. This is not that. This is a game changer. Okay, this is proven to activate cellular health. It is an FDA recognized general wellness product. It is non-transdermal, so it's safe for everyone. It has a 96% effective rate, very affordable, and it's patented. So what does that look like? Well, this is the patent. It says that it activates stem cells, improves strength, improves stamina, pain relief, because it's elevating levels of copper peptide GHKCU in the body. This is the study. They did a double-blind test. There's a bunch of studies done. You can go on patchedu.com to view some. And basically, this is showing a significant increase in copper peptide concentrations in the blood of subjects who had worn the X39 patches for only 1 week. So what are peptides? And you may have been hearing about these, but basically X39 is triggering human GHKCU production in your own body. So GHKCU is a copper-bound tripeptide of glycine, histidine, and lysine. So when you bind copper to GHK tripeptide, this is how your body is able to increase healthy regenerative stem cell activity. It rises and falls. Your GHKCU in your body rises and falls with your stem cells. So it's a pretty fascinating field of study when you get into it. But knowing that the X39 patch increases GHKCU, that is why we're seeing so many benefits. So what is the modality of this exactly? Well, Lifewave patches use patented technology. It works through a type of phototherapy called photobiomodulation. When you apply these patches to the skin, that X39 is reflecting very specific wavelengths of your body's own infrared light onto the dermis of your skin, which then signals your body to increase that specific peptide production, in this case, GHKCU. So we are made of light. Human beings are made of light. When you look through night vision goggles or use a thermal scan, you can see our different colors of the heat mapping. But that infrared light is what's activating the patch, causing it to reflect those wavelengths. And it's this crystalline lattice pattern in the patch that's actually reflecting back. And this low level dermal activity from X39 is what is producing, it's triggering your body to do this. It's kind of like the sun. So like when the sun hits your skin, it triggers your body to produce vitamin D. It's the same thing in this case. Your own body's infrared light at very specific wavelengths that are, put into that lattice of the patch is reflecting back onto your dermis of your skin, and your body says, oh, okay, I need to combine these 4 ingredients. The 4 ingredients are already in your body in most cases, okay? Usually that's the 4% that it doesn't work because they're missing one. You need glycine, histidine, and lysine, and most people will have those. Some people maybe who don't eat meat might not have glycine, so that's an easy fix in a supplement. And then copper. Some people have really stayed away from copper for copper toxicity reasons, but it's in a lot of foods, and most of us do get natural copper in our diets. But if you don't, if you looked at your, maybe, look at your labs and it says that you're copper deficient, maybe you just take a copper supplement. Okay, so always look at your labs though first, but you need those 4 ingredients for this to actually combine and create, and then you start generating more, and that generates more of your healthy stem cells. So what happens is over the course of about 4 to 6 months, you'll end up with like a 2,100% stem cell proliferation rate. That's massive. It's going to work systemically, all of your body, head to toe, and it's going to do a lot of things. And I don't know what it's going to do for you. For me, within 24 hours, it removed all of my inflammation. All of it. And I couldn't barely get out of bed in the morning. I would get out of bed and walk to the bathroom like a 90-year-old, just atrophied and just inflamed. Hard time if I'm sitting for any length of time, I would have to push myself up from the chair because I couldn't get up. My knees hurt so bad. I don't have any of that anymore. Perfect. It improved my brain health. I'm super focused and get so much more done. I look at just my décolletage. After about 3 months, your skin, hair, and nails start to improve. My nails are crazy, like they're so strong. And my décolletage here is like all clean and not wrinkly anymore. That's weird to me as well. My hair started growing back thicker. That's awesome. I started realizing that I could see better without my glasses. So I finally, like 9 months in, went in to get my eyes checked. Get this. My astigmatism is gone. I've had an astigmatism since early college. Probably before then, I just would never go get my eyes checked. And when I actually checked and had to get glasses, I have, football shaped eyes. It's gone. That has completely reversed. And my vision has gotten better to where I don't need to wear my glasses anymore. I used to have to wear them for driving and watching TV and stuff. I don't need them anymore. What a blessing that is. So that's a huge thing. It does a lot of things. My knees crackled and popped up the stairs. They don't anymore. When I, used to walk the dogs, I could never run after them. If I did even a little bit, my knees would just go out. And I'll tell you, like, I sometimes take a little jaunt now. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I have extra stamina and extra mobility where I'm not blowing my knees out. So it's a really cool thing. Everybody's different. Everybody sees different things happen for them. I've seen things like blood pressure reverse. I've seen things like, people that are dealing with cardiovascular issues in general, like just looking at their just all over, like brain health, cardiovascular health, vein health, digestion. That's another thing. I mean, we can get into testimonies. Testimonies are super fun, but just so that you know, there's a lot of things that can happen, and they're just day one, you've got genes that are resetting. You've got, your inflammation could be gone. It's mitochondrial activity. Week 6, your brain can become balanced. 3 months in, collagen is increased. A lot of cool thing. And again, in a good way. It's not that it's increased, it's balanced. So you end up having better joints and everything. 6 months, you get so many different changes. Keep using it. You're going to see a much better response. This is just a quick brain typography map, scalp typography map of a 77-year-old female yoga instructor. 3 sessions, each 3 weeks apart. Session 1, majorly inflamed brain. Session 2, almost the other way, too calm. Session 3, completely balanced out.